we see the legs. We see 6 feet 5 inches, 240 pounds. But I'm to the point now, I think he runs it better than he throws it. Because when he takes off, he's athletic.
Finally.
And he is a daredevil to a fault. Because he's not going to last very long trying to do the things that he does in this league.
He took some wicked shots last night.
He did. But the point is, if you look back at last year against Zach Wilson in that game, that was horrendous. If you look back at Miami at home in the playoffs and then Joe Burrow at home in the playoffs, he played poorly in both those home games, as if something were missing. Or he and Diggs not quite on the same page, or they kind of at each other. I don't know. It never feel. Last night he looked lost. And by the way, I cannot remember a game that should have been closed by a quarterback like that one last night. That wasn't. He was the reason. He owned it after the game. He said, I was the reason, because he was.
In front of your face, Mike. How could you not?
He sucked it up.
He didn't say I didn't just own it. He said I was the reason.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
Again. Now, I appreciate you stepping up here and saying it, that you were the reason again. But now,
what you
I'm
gonna
going
do
to
about
tell you guys something. I'm 15 to 17 kids, right? 15, 17. I remember I got my first bicycle. What do you call my? I got my first bicycle. It was the bicycle that my cousin Judge Jr. had down the street for 5 years. But it was a different color bicycle. I thought it was his bicycle, and it was just giving me his bicycle, but they had painted it. But the John bike had some rust in this one spot. And they just painted over the rust, you see. And I knew sooner or later, I'm riding that bike, we were in the rain, that rust came back into I knew there wasn't no new bike. They lied to me. They lied. They lied to me. But I didn't care. I had nothing. I was happy. I knew, and this is why I took the Buffalo Bills out of the playoff. I knew something had been going on in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And whatever they did, you can't paint over that rust.
No.
To get rid of that rust, you gotta sand it down. They paint it. See, my people didn't know that. They thought they could just fool me. They painted over the rust.
Love this
they
analogy.
Thought they could just paint over the rust. It's fine. Everything's cool with Diggs. When he threw them balls down there, them deep balls, I said,
And it should have
there's
been another
something
one.
going on.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to satisfy Diggs because there's no way he should have thrown the balls. And another problem I have with Diggs and his head coach, because I know darn well Troy Aikman will bust me in the mouth every time I'm seeing. There's no cameras on you all day. I keep seeing Diggs in the head coach. Look at the quarterback's hand. Stop telling that man, oh, be smart, be smart, be smart. Because you're telling everybody else, he's dumb, he's dumb, he's dumb. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Troy would call me in a room and hit me in my mouth. And I would say, thank you, Troy, you're right, you should have done that. Stop doing that to this man. Stop messing with his confidence. Let's just go quietly and say, keep making smart plays. Stop letting the world see by doing that. I'm just saying, I had an issue with that.
Playmaker. These are human beings, Playmaker. And he keep doing this, Diggs gonna find himself a new home and a new quarterback because he is making these kind of decisions. Diggs already talked about it in the offseason. There were rumbles, there were whispers about him being unhappy.
I understand that, Sherm. But right now, he is our quarterback. He must lead us. And I don't want you telling the whole world that he is not made. I want you to go talk to him in a better way and handle that differently. I don't want you saying that to the whole world. I need him more than anybody. I need his head in the right place more than anybody. I can't have you doing that. I'm going to have to say something to you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so there's rust in Buffalo, and that's a city where there's a whole lot of rust, right?
You can't paint over the rust.
And you're up 13-3 at half over a team that's just dead in the water. It just thinks all is lost. The whole stadium, the air has gone out of the stadium. And he continued to throw 2 more picks and lose a fumble in the second half. Could we just quickly, I think we have them all together, could we see the 4 turnovers just so we can all comment briefly on each one? It's the first one. This is a passive play.
They're still coddling.
I'm just going to throw it up and hope. Oh, I think I threw it to Jordan Whitehead. And another, I'm going to just wing it down the middle, and it's double covered, and you threw it to the wrong jersey, right?
See, I didn't have a problem with it. It's throwing it to the same guy, at least.
Yeah.
You got to see that.
Yeah, and here we go. And he loses the ball. He's going to play hero. Just going to play hero.
Fall down on it.
Yeah.
See, the first one I didn't have a problem with, Skip.
Yeah.
Because he probably, now that Richard said it, at the time of the game, I didn't see that he probably could have gotten it.
Yeah.
But it was 3rd and 1 million. He threw it up. It's like a punt, pinned them deep.
So I really wasn't on him about that. And if he came to me and he said, I was just throwing it away because I couldn't get the first, I just wanted to throw it away, we was going to have to punt the next time, I'd give him a little, I probably would have said.
So you're saying he intended for it to be picked?
No. What I'm saying is, he was giving the guy an opportunity on a 3rd and long, so it basically turns into a punt inside the 10-yard line at that point. That's kind of the way I looked at it. But Richard just said he could have ran for it, and I'm looking at it, I was like, he probably could have got there.
Right on that left side. When he rolled out, it was only one guy back. And the way he runs, he could have run for it. Because it would have been maybe a yard. You know, your boom, and you could have got.
But a lot of times, a lot of things, as y'all know, it's going so fast out there, man. Things are flashing in front of you. So, regardless, he turns the damn ball over too much.
Thank you. My problem with it was the coverage that they were running was middle field close. If you got middle field close, the safety's deep. You got it. There's another opening. There's another safety valve somewhere. I got to look at the tape, but there's somebody sitting there wide open because middle field closed, safety valve. Middle field open, bomber. Middle field closed, safety valve. And for him to continually make the read and see Jordan Whitehead back there and say, he's not very good. I'm going to throw it. And then for him to get you once and then get you twice and you to see him on a 3rd time and say, I don't think he's going to get this one.
He can't read defense. Isn't that what they say about Dak Prescott?
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. He's not going to get different results. So are we going insane? Are the Buffalo Bills going insane? Because they're starting to do the same things over and over with Josh Allen and expect different results. He led the league in interceptions last year. He's starting this year off with 3 against a very good Jets defense. But in this division, you fall behind early. Season's over quick.
Yeah, he fumbled the ball twice, too, by the way. He lost one and recovered one. So
he is a fumbling machine.
Yeah. But a lot of times it's because he's trying to do too much. When you are that big and that nimble, you feel like I am bigger than the defensive linebacker.
Absolutely.
I can take advantage of them. I don't mind the third wave of defenders in terms of the secondary. You can challenge them.
Yeah. Remember, Josh Allen's bigger than you are.
That's what I'm saying. When you start messing around with them big dudes in that front 7, you need to get your butt down, man. I need you.
He's taking some hits.
I don't need you to be a hero in this situation.
He might be bigger than them DBs, but he ain't heavier than that ground. And there's no need for him to be trying to jump over DBs because that ground is
you can run them over them.
Come on, sir, I'm serious. Just no slide. Don't even run over
think.
No, that's true. I don't hear anybody saying he needs to be traded or released or they need to move on. Did I miss that? I'm asking for a friend. Did I miss that?
On Josh Allen after Aaron went out, he's like, I got to do this now because this is a gimme, right? We're about to face this with our quarterback in Dallas. It should be a gimme, right? You got to live up. You got to take care of business.
Somehow slid the Cowboys.
Well, it's their comments.
He was down. He could have been able to play a more subtle game and just hand this ball off. But then he kept throwing interceptions. That's
part of. And I was saying, I don't know who it was. It might have been our producer Nick or someone. I was just saying, coaches that I've been around for the most part, the Bill Parcells of the world. They would let that dude turn the ball over 4 times.
And do what? Yanking?
They just wouldn't. Jimmy Johnson not letting Troy Aikman just turn it over like that.
Right.
They going to get him under control. Running the football, putting him in a position. I've watched Parcells bench quarterbacks for making mistakes. He didn't give a damn who they were. And so when I'm looking at it in this day, it's like because we gave you all this money, we're not allowed to tell you, say, man, what are you doing?
Good point.
Overpaid.
Remember, you can respond to us right now. You can hit us up at #
The funny thing is this, that I did not hear this because what happens is we keep hearing garbage ass quarterback. We've heard Shady McCoy saying he's ass. And then we always hear they need to move on from Dak Prescott. Well, here's the reality of this. You have literally, I want to say it's 19 turnovers. Interceptions, 19 interceptions, and 19 fumbles since the beginning of last year. That's 38 turnovers in the last season and a game. But ain't nobody saying maybe they need to replace him. Nobody is. And even with this whole conversation, they coddled him. They basically said, well, the players need to leave him alone. You're getting in his head and stuff. No. Because we literally hear Skip Bayless, I'm sick. I used to be a Dak Prescott supporter, but I'm a Cooper Rush fan. That's the kind of shit we get. And I've been saying this all off season that Josh Allen has been a turnover machine. And people say, how dare you? Dak Prescott couldn't care. Josh Allen's jockstrap. He ain't on the same level. That's a franchise quarterback. That's a top 3 quarterback. Dak is ass. That's the shit we hear. But guess what? Buffalo was considered a Super Bowl team going into last year. The Dallas Cowboys, they said the Cowboys don't care about football because they got rid of their best target. They got rid of their 3rd best target. And their 2nd best target, their 4th best target, Cedric Wilson. Their 3rd best target tore his ACL and didn't come back until week number 4 and literally was on one leg. You didn't look at the Cowboys and Buffalo on the same level going into last season. Yet, they both lost on the same weekend. And we get Dak Prescott, playoff choker. Buffalo scored 10 points and literally had his wide receiver going, dude, what the F? What the F? Which carried on through the whole summer. Now, you saw that performance last night. The Jets, emotional, tough defense. But if you're supposed to be a top 3 quarterback, you don't turn the ball over 4 times and lead the NFL. See, this is the difference. This is the difference that you get when it's Dallas and Dak Prescott versus everybody else. Everybody saw last night, Josh Allen is ass. And that's all I have to say about that. Hope you're having a great day. It looks like Aaron Rodgers is definitely done for the season. The bad man is in bad shape right now. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.